Hello my tiny tots, how are you all? Welcome to the channel Jaya's Learning Corner. So today we are starting with chapter number 1 of grade 6, that is food, where does it comes from. As this session ends, I assure you will all master the topic. So let's get started. Oh yes, before starting the session, an important tip for each and every student, whether you are studying science or any other subject kid, just remember to prepare your learning objectives of the chapter first. Okay, many of you may ask, ma'am, what is a learning objective, right? So here is the answer. A learning objective are the topics that are included in the chapter. Whenever you prepare your objectives first, it will help you to segregate the chapter into small parts and helps you to understand the chapter easily and in a better way. Okay, so let's get started. So now our learning objective for this chapter is, first is food. That is, we are going to study about food. The next will be plant as a source of food. Third, we will discuss about animals as a source of food. The next comes eating habits of animals. And then we discuss about food chain, and it is one of the important topics from the chapter, kids. After that, we will discuss about ingredients of food, and lastly, steps to avoid wastage of food. So we will be discussing all the topics one by one. Okay. Now our first topic is food. What is food? Food is something that we eat and which act like a fuel for our body. For example, like petrol, diesel or CNG acts like fuel for any vehicle and is needed to run the vehicle. Similarly, our body works and gets energy by the food we consume. Okay. Now basically, food is having three functions. Now the first function is, it helps to give us energy to perform different activities like running or playing games. The second function is to help the body grow. That means a small child or a toddler is growing to be big kids like you and adults like your parents, and that is because of food. Third function is, it protective the body from the diseases. That means the food that we are eating, it is giving us protection. And if you ask me how, then food helps to build up the immunity, and which helps to protect us from diseases that is caused by bacteria or viruses. Like in present times, we all have to save ourselves from coronavirus, so we need to take fresh and healthy food so that our immunity becomes super strong, just like the super kids you all are. Okay, now let's move on. So there are some related topics from this chapter that we are discussing here. The first is photosynthesis. What is it? It is a process through which green plants prepare their food using sunlight and water. Just refer to the picture given here. Plants are using the light energy from the sun, water from the soil, and prepares their food. The next topic is autotrophs. All the green plants that prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis, they are called as autotrophs. Now most of the time the students get confused about photosynthesis and autotrophs. Don't get confused, kids. Photosynthesis is a process and autotrophs is a category. Okay. Next is heterotrophs. Heterotrophs, all the animals including humans that cannot prepare their own food and depends on other animals or plants for their food, is called heterotrophs. Okay, now here it doesn't mean that humans are preparing their food by cooking. No, cooking is a process that they are doing, but the raw materials that are coming, that is coming from animals or plants, so they cannot prepare the raw materials. So this is why the heterotrophs are the humans also or animals, because they cannot prepare their own food. Okay, now next comes the nutrients. Now nutrients are the vital substances present in the body that are needed by the body, like the vitamins and minerals. Okay, so these are the nutrients, and these nutrients are responsible for making our immunity strong. Okay, so here finishes our first learning objectives. Now the second learning objective comes, that is plant as a source of food. This is very simple, kids, and I'm sure you all are smart enough to answer all the food items that we get through plants, like the food, fruits, vegetables, pulses, cereals, right? Do you know an interesting fact? Okay, let me tell you. We consume almost every part of a plant as food. Yes, you can say that. We can consume almost every part of a plant as a food. As you can see the examples written here, There are roots, stems, leaves, flowers, fruits, seeds, spices and beverages, all that we are getting from fruit plant. So these are the examples that has been given. You can relate it, you can learn it, you can see there are, I have given 2 examples and there are many more examples. You can also find them in different books. Okay, now next is animals as a source of food. Now animal products that can be consumed are milk, fish, eggs, meat, and there are some food products that we get from processing of milk, like the curd, cheese, butter, cream and milk fat and ghee. Okay, now processing of milk gives us all these things. Now come on, let's jump into another next objective, and that is eating habits of animals. Okay, so now eating habits of animals, on this basis animals can be categorized into 6 parts. So now what are these 6 parts? The 6 parts are, first is herbivores, then carnivores, omnivores, scavengers, decomposers and parasites. So all this category we are discussing now one by one. Now what are herbivores? Herbivores are the plant eaters. That means all the animals that eat plants like cow, rabbit, goat, all these are the herbivores. Next is the carnivores, the plant eaters, all the animal eaters. All the animal eaters that eats other, that means animals that eat other animals. So all the animals that consumes other animals for their food, they are called as carnivores, like tiger, lion. Next category is omnivores. Omnivores are all the animals that consumes both plant and animals, like other humans, like dogs. They are known as omnivores. The next category is scavengers. These are those animals that consumes dead bodies. That means all the animals or plant that has been dead, they consume that and they are called as scavengers, like the vultures. The next category is decomposers. Now decomposers are the small microbes that decompose the dead plants or dead animals body. That means after the scavengers eat them, the leftover material is being decomposed by these decomposers, and they are bacteria and fungi. Now next is the parasites. Now parasites are the living organisms that lives on the body of another living organism. That means they are deriving their food from a living body. Okay, like the lices. Lices means that small insects that consumes blood from your body and are staying in your hairs. Okay, these are the lices. So after that comes one of the most important topic of the chapter, and that is food chain. A food chain shows who eats whom. Now there is an example given. You can see that this is a chain that has been given, and the grass is the producer. This is the main first product that has been given, and they have been eaten by the herbivores. Herbivores have been eaten by carnivores. Carnivores is been decomposed by the decomposers, and after decomposing, it's break down the nutrients and turn into different types of nutrients in the soil, and these soil nutrients has been used by the plants to grow up. So this chain, this cycle goes on. Okay, now food chain has mainly 2 functions. The food is made available from the producers to the consumers. That means who are the producers, who are the consumers? The grass is the producer and herbivores and carnivores are the consumers. Now this cycle goes on and the food is made available from the producers to the consumers. Different level of consumers they are getting, and which results in the transfer of food. And after that, if we are talking about the food transfer, with food energy also gets transformed. That means we have learned earlier also that food gives us energy, and when food is transferred, similarly energy will also be transferred. Okay, now the next topic that comes is the ingredients of food. So the materials that we are using to prepare any food items, it's called its ingredients. Like for example, if we are talking about matar paneer, okay, the ingredients will be the peas, paneer, oil, spices, all these things that you are using to prepare a simple recipe. This is the ingredients of food. Like you have seen many cookery shows in the television, they are showing a recipe, they are showing the ingredients, and they are preparing the food or the recipe they are preparing. So these are the ingredients that is used to make a food item. Okay, now The next is why we need to cook food. You can say, ma'am, can we take this food without cooking? Okay, you can take it, but there is some reasons why we are cooking the food, and here are the reasons. What are the reasons? We need to cook food to kill bacteria, to improve the taste, and to make it easier to digest. That means cooking is helping us in three ways. It is helping us by killing the bacteria or the microbes that are present in the raw materials. They are improving the taste of the food, and they are making it very easier for us to digest. Okay, so here comes the last topic of the chapter, and the last topic is steps to avoid the wastage of food. But before starting it, it is very important as per our moral responsibility also that we are going to imply what we are reading. Okay, just imply it in your daily life. See kids, whenever we are throwing away the food for any reason, it ultimately results in wastage of food. To avoid it, we should follow some rules with discipline. Like the first is to prepare the food in required quantity only. The next can be store the leftover food in the airtight container so that it can last long. Heat the food to stop spoilage. It is also one of the rules. The next is you can do sun drying also. Some of the food items can be sun dried. And the last one is freezing. That means all the material that can be freezed should be freezed so that spoilage is less. So by doing all this, we can reduce the wastage. Okay, so that's all guys, done for today. Please comment your experiences of listening the channel or visiting this channel, and do like, share and subscribe to the channel. We will meet next week. Okay, so till then, stay safe, strong and keep smiling buddies. Bye bye.